Hey guys, I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel, who continues to watch my videos, who gives them a thumbs up, comments, those kind of things. I really appreciate that. It means a ton to me. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel. I'm just not doing anything crazy with clickbait or anything like that. I want people to subscribe to my channel because they've gained some kind of knowledge, or I don't know, maybe some entertainment out of it. We are working today still on our 35 Chevy. We're going to start out by getting our gauge cluster kind of ready to accept the gauges, figure out how we're going to wire this thing so that we can get it back in the car, bolted down, and just keep moving along with this project. We've got several different things we're going to do, probably put some running boards on and get this thing ready to start putting fenders on it. Yes! All right, guys, so today's video, we're going to do a little metal artwork here, and we're starting out with a set of simple little stainless steel brushes I bought from Harbor Freight. I have the smallest one in my drill press here, and you can see the effect we're going for. We're doing a little engine turning, okay, and all it is just barely letting that stainless brush touch the aluminum. It puts that little circular swirl in it, and we're just kind of overlapping them 50% in all directions, just to give it that kind of fish scale sort of look. It's not perfect, but man, it really does dress up this just plain piece of aluminum here. You can see the difference in it. I'll set my camera up and show you kind of what this entails, what it takes to do it. And all right, so here we are. We're just spinning this drill press at the normal speed. I'm going to just continue working this up around this corner here so you guys can kind of see what's up. This drill press does have a little laser on there to help guide where the center of that spindle is, and we just kind of start off here, give it a little swirly, move up, give it a little swirly, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to overlap about 50% with these little swirls here, just to give it that fish scale kind of look. Alright guys, so here we are. You know, the beginning of the video you saw me putting the engine turning, whatever you want to call it here, the little pattern in this piece of aluminum. I coated it so that it won't oxidize when you touch it. So we're kind of done with the initial part of this, and then we're ready to move on to gauges. So odometer gauges, just something that was actually here, but nice gauges. We have a speedometer that's just old school mechanical speedo, tachometer, and then oil pressure, water temperature, and the fuel level. And then I'm switching, this setup had an ammeter in it. To run that, you've got to run like a full current through this gauge, and I don't want that kind of power up in my gauges if I can keep from it, you know. So then we've got voltmeter is what I'm replacing it with, and it'll just take a simple wire so that this thing can sense what kind of voltage we got in the system, where the amp meter is actually I guess checking the amount of work it can do or something like that. So we got that. I got these little LED lights. They fit in a 5/16 hole. I'm gonna have to put turn signal and a high beam indicator. I did get one here that's blue colored for the high beam, and all the wiring from before. So the red wires were all the power wires for the gauges. The yellow and white wires were the light wires. Yeah, make the lights light up for the gauges. So got a bunch of stuff to figure out there. This is going to be its own little project to get it put together. So let's go back and look at the old car in here. George, the CAT scan. You gonna take care of it all and check it out for us, make sure we're in good shape and everything is tip top, buddy? Yeah, stay back. So we're working on this throttle cable right now, and it has to go from here up to here. Been working building a bracket down here, putting things together, dealing with the Psycho cat. I did have to, when you buy the cable, it comes with a, I don't know what you'd call that, a ferrule, something goes in and it has a nut that tightens up. So if everything was flat, we would be perfect. But we have an angle on our firewall, so we got to have this angle little piece that I made. Pretty simple, just a round piece of aluminum, 5/16 hole, and then I made it just a good length that worked with my adjustment there, and cut it at an angle so I have one for the outside, one for the inside, and it corrects that and makes this so that it's going to shoot that cable out at a straight angle with our engine. All right, so here we are. Got our bracket bolted in. Built a bracket coming off of it. As being a turbo 350 trans, we've got a TV cable that has to fit in and snap into this thing. So, and I always hate it when they do stuff that's hard to come up with. Like the square diameter of that is a different size than I would typically have. So I've had to kind of cut that. I've got it lined up where everything comes in pretty straight with the bottom point of the carb here. And then the top point is where we're gonna wah-wah give it the gas at. I've got this cable. We just got to build our piece to bolt it all on here, and we'll kind of weld this thing up and get it done. Now, I know a lot of you are probably saying, well, you could just buy one of those. That's like 20 bucks. But every one of these things I've bought, I've had to do some kind of cutting, welding, drilling. So I said, screw it the last time, and I'm just gonna go ahead and build my own and get it in here where it fits the space that I have, works the way I want it to. Well, all right, that last clip, I had the cable in the wrong orientation, so I got that straightened up. I've been working, I fabricated this little bracket so it'll sit in here in the floor, get us some distance from the floor so we have more movement of this pedal. Try to get it in a better spot for your old foot. So you can see in here, we have our pedal assembly mounted. I put it on a piece of 1.5 inch square tubing, just took some little angle iron and welded onto the ends of it to cap this and give me a bolt point, drilled some holes, mounted it I set it up so that mash it down and it's full throttle, but it's not quite touching the floor. So when we have carpet and stuff in here, we won't have any interference from it. I don't have any extra hands out here to help me and make sure, but I did this like 3 or 4 times to try to definitely get full throttle out of that carburetor. You saw I measured and cut this piece. I had to build a little angled spacer to make it come close to a 90-degree angle where it comes out of the firewall. I did take and put some heat shrink tube on this stainless before I cut it. That way it didn't fray and it was easy to put back together. Then we stick our cable in. It's like 4 feet too long, so we had to mark and cut it to fit into this. Nice little stud, bolts right into our Edelbrock carburetor. Put me a return spring on here. Just hooked it to the back of the alternator. I actually bought a bracket for that and it wouldn't fit anywhere on this thing. So I don't know what they were thinking there. That's why we built this bracket back here. It's not that hard to do. And really this thing's just kind of built out of less than 1/8 inch metal. I'd say this is probably 14 gauge steel. And man, it's super stout. I don't know how many of these I've probably overbuilt through the years by using just too heavy a metal. And this piece will fit, but like I need to open the hole up a little bit more to get it where she'll actually snap in. It's got one little standoff on it that makes it fit weird in there, so it's kind of clocked. And then this end has to snap into this, and I don't want to do it until I'm really, really ready because I'm afraid of breaking that plastic piece. Pretty basic stuff here. I mean, this is like, you can fabricate it or you can buy it and then you can modify it to work on your system. All right, guys, so you can see over here, got bracket and bracket. So we can bolt those to the frame, put the running boards on, get our front fenders up here, figure this whole grill area out. Look at this motor. I got my wiring kind of cleaned up around it. Still got to do some more. You can see this side, running boards on there. Coming up, we got to get our fender on, put these red braces in the floor on here. Look at this, I built this thing and you know, we try, right? We're almost touching the frame here. I got that much room here, so I'm off probably 1/4 inch side to side, and there's not that much adjustment there, so we got to make us a little adjustment. Well, all right, guys, let's look at what we accomplished in this video here. We built from scratch this whole throttle cable mount. I don't know, mounts our TV cable for our trans. Got that hooked up, return spring on the carb, wiring kind of cleaned up. I did buy some of this nylon woven wire loom, and I may end up replacing all this plastic stuff with it. Not quite there yet. We still got to put plug wires on our motor. We've got to run fuel line, just little stuff here to hook that up. Probably going to need some kind of exhaust on it if it's just short pipes coming out the side. Got that gas pedal put inside of the car. Kind of cleaned up a little bit in here even. Yeah, those things, not huge progress, but it is all stuff that's got to be done. I still have to find a shoulder bolt for my brakes so I can hook the brake pedal up, figure out what height we want that. We get this wiring harness made for our gauges and get them. I ordered a connector kit so I could build a connector to just plug the gauges in so the dash can go in and plug in and you don't have to fart around with hooking up a bunch of wires. That'll be a big deal, guys. So I think this is where I'm going to leave this video. Yeah, we've made a lot of progress. There's a lot more yet to come. I just don't want to start this car until I can start it and let it run. I figure we want to have gauges so we can monitor everything. I don't want to run a bunch of temporary stuff. So we're going to stop the video here. I do definitely appreciate the subscribers. Appreciate all of you sticking with me through this project, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.
Sometimes when